good lighting right here. This table don't be shaking around. All right, you guys. We alive and sober as opposed to yesterday. You guys know that we were not. We were having a good time yesterday, but we are back in Cali, Colombia. We're gonna wait until we get the chat to about 100 people, and we're gonna do an interview. We're gonna do an interview about Cali, and we're gonna talk about if this city is the best city, as opposed to, you know, yeah, man, I couldn't do that shit though.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know why they won't let us smoke. That's bullshit. They said, "What's up, OG?"
Yeah, y'all was going ham on me on that OG last night. I appreciate it. I'm like, where did you even read that? Can you see it pop in? Oh, there it is. I see
I guess it is early. It's what, 1 p.m. over there, Texas.
it. Texas time. No, it's 2:30. I think they're only y'all only central when they went out. You got me double checking. I'm trying to see.
Long night. Yeah, we had a long night. Went home around midnight last night, but we came back. We have the cigars. We don't. We're on a patio right now, very open patio. But they said we can't smoke. We brought the cigars with us, but they said we can't smoke. I don't know why.
I'm
You
trying
know.
to see. Let me see if I can get them to make an exception. Be like, hey, if some clients come, then we'll stop smoking.
Yeah, that should be the only thing that stops them. Like if somebody, but you probably got to talk to that guy or that girl. All
Let
she
me
gonna do
see.
is stare at you anyway. We got 43 people watching right now. Y'all bear with me while the chat gets about 100. Any girl now? It was a lot of women at the. There was a lot of women at the place we were at yesterday, and when we were leaving there yesterday, there was a lot of women. I think I'm about to give me a drink though. I'm about to give. They say yeah. Okay, so we gonna smoke our cigars. I think I want. Tell them we buy some alcohol. And they should let us smoke for that. So once the niggas start buying that alcohol, some bad chicks over there across the street. Two of them, white girls.
I missed it.
It's not as hot as Paraguay. No, trust me, it's not that hot. It's hot, but it ain't that hot. Paraguay is ridiculous. It seemed like more people tune in when I go live on my phone than when I sit up. I brought my computer and all that. I just didn't feel like my phone dying and having to go back home. But I'm gonna start doing more live streams because man, it's way more peaceful for me to just do this rather than trying to edit the videos and think of content. I don't have to edit live streams. I really don't care if my live streams get demonetized because live streams don't go viral anyway. You need it.
Appreciate it. Like what's weird to me is because it's like, yeah, you have the audience going. It's like you really are not. If you're not reading those comments, I'm like, man, shoot, it's almost like talking to yourself.
Yeah. Oh no. The reason I can go live for 4 hours is because I read those comments. If it wasn't for my chat, I would talk for 10 or 15 minutes and I get the hell on. No, man, we're doing a live stream, man. No, when I say no, so there's a difference between your channel getting demonetized and your live stream getting demonetized. When your live stream gets demonetized, they just say, "Hey, any AdSense money, we're not gonna play ads on this video because it doesn't follow policies or whatever." But if your channel gets demonetized, then yeah, you're not getting those. I'm had to work strictly off cash apps, and yeah, and yeah. Somebody said editing videos is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and some people that don't do it, that aren't in this space, say stuff like, "Why don't you just hire somebody?" It sounds easy. That's like, let me give you a good analogy. That's like saying, "Oh, Austin, you can't cut your own hair. Just go find a barber." You can't just find a barber. Like everybody doesn't just cut the same. You know, like this guy that cut my hair across the street, he did a good job. That don't mean, oh well, I'm moving to Nicaragua. Okay, just get another barber. The chances of you running into another barber that cuts your hair just as good are not always the same. So trying to find somebody to edit my videos is not gonna be able to edit it the same way I do. Damn, she beautiful. Edit the same way I do, and very beautiful. Yeah. And on top of that,
But you notice now that's something I'll tell you about too as well. You notice how she looked down?
yeah,
So I've learned that over here, like it is very rare that you will ever see a woman look you in the eye when she with her dude, especially when they pass them. Like I don't know if it's just some kind of internal code. Maybe in Cali, you know, I won't say I've experienced that much in Medellin, but in Cali, it's different. It's a different beast when it comes to women out here once with their dudes.
mm-hmm. Fuck, I just burned the shit out of my finger. It didn't even like.
Remember that when I meant to ask you. I thought about it. I had my torch at the house.
Wow. 1 second.
Dude said cigar abuse. You know, it's funny, cigar abuse. But it's like it's funny because the Surgeon General they used to have to put the tags on cigars for the warnings. They actually removed them because after it was researched over and over and over, nobody could really find the health reasons as to the connections when people would get sick in cigars, like they do cigarettes, because you don't inhale. So it going in your esophagus is not. You shouldn't. I mean, unless you're inhaling, but most people won't inhale if they really actually smoke cigars, unless they. Yeah, I can see the chat. How come you not been touched yet?
All right, you guys, we are back. Cigar abuse. Your esophagus is hating you. Like he said, you don't inhale cigars. I still run on a treadmill. I'm more fit than most of you motherfuckers watching. So we ain't gonna talk about health. You gotta squeeze it here when you pull it.
Now
He said, "What about Floyd's health? Floyd don't smoke. I smoke every day." He said cigars are bad for you. Don't get it twisted. We didn't say it was good.
you know the ironic. Go look up the oldest people you can find in the United States before they died. Almost all of them smoked cigars. The guy that made it to 100 and I believe he was
111, a
111
black guy.
met Barack Obama. Barack asked him, "What's your secret?" He said, "I smoke 13 cigars a day." There's other reasons. Yeah, it has its negativities. That yeah, don't get it twisted. Yeah, it can have some health consequences. But here's the other part of it. Cigars actually give you that chance to relax your body, relax your mind, and you having that kind of calmness of mind on a lot of things does a lot for your health too as well. Obviously, not the best thing, but so be it.
Yeah. So now we got about 168 people watching. Let's ask the real question. Well, let's get an overview of you. What is your name?
Sim from, from Texas.
Okay, his name. His name is Sim. He's from Texas, and he's from Dallas, right?
Yeah.
So, what got you into traveling?
Originally, it was just originally to get away from the states in general, just to take a get out. And I would say I fell on Medellin on accident because there was a guy online that I was following for some business tips that he does. And I kept seeing he was in Medellin. I'm thinking, what is Medellin? This is in 2016. That's when I originally first started traveling. So I went out there to visit, and after staying for a week, and realizing in a week how much just natural fun I was actually having. Like, all right, there's something to this. So definitely wanted to do it again. And then after that, just kept doing it.
Okay. Hold on one second. So you just kept doing it after you came to Medellin. So, what brought you to Cali?
Well, I lived in Medellin. I've lived in Bogota. I've lived in Cartagena. I've lived in Barranquilla. And Cali was the only spot that I had to visit. So I kept hearing all the, obviously Andre. And I actually met Andre before me and him met before he actually started his YouTube channel. So he kept telling me how much Cali was good, but hey, it's a different speed. You gotta, chill out. And I was like, all right, well, maybe one day I'll go out there. I was doing my, enjoying the fun side of other places like Medellin and Cartagena. I was all on the ladies driven, but came out here to Cali because basically just wanted to check off the list, and I wanted to slow it down a little bit, just kind of relax and get to meet people naturally, more organically, with no real motives behind most stuff.
Hmm.
Just get to know you and figure out from there.
Okay. So, how many cities have you been to in Colombia?
Is it five? Lived in five.
Lived in five.
Been to about 10, but lived in five.
Okay. So, what are your top three cities in Colombia?
My number one is always going to be Cartagena,
Cartagena, number
hands
one.
down. You know, I like Medellin. I like Medellin for its variety of restaurants and things you can go do. Cartagena is going to be number one. Medellin is going to be probably number three at this point on my list. Barranquilla, take that back. Medellin is going to probably be number four at this point. I like Cartagena, then maybe Barranquilla, Cali. Cali and Barranquilla is a cross to me because they both almost have the same energy and vibe. Just Cali's bigger, so you can interswap those two, and then Medellin's probably going to be on the bottom at this point.
Medellin is definitely at the bottom. I haven't even been nowhere else, but I can tell you right now, Medellin is Disneyland. Like I said, always, it's a place where all your homeboys are at. It's like just going to the high school lunch break.
Well, and the reality is, it's like when I went, it's hard because I remember what Medellin was like even in 2016. It was different beast. You really didn't see as many. There were always tourists coming, but you didn't see as many like that. I mean, not like where I would hear girls just talking. I was there what about 6 months ago, and I just hear normal everyday girls talking about gringos and gringos this and gringos, and you just never heard that stuff. Now in 2016 to 2020, before COVID, right before COVID, I mean, you just didn't hear those problems like that. You didn't hear people talking about it like that. They didn't really have big issues with it. But when I came back and after 2020, after COVID, man, I started seeing signs up, gringos go home and all kind of other stuff. And the energy was just different, man. Like I could see people realistically just looked at a lot of guys as nothing but tickets, just money,
Yeah,
punching checks.
yeah. The energy. So that I'm big on energy. I know I've teased American women for talking about energy, but energy and the energy in there's a few places in the world where the energy is just not right for me. Buenos Aires, originally it was good, but when I left and I experienced Uruguay, Paraguay, and I came back, I was like, yeah, okay, maybe it's not what I thought it was. Medellin, both times, the first time it was all right, but when I went back this time, like you said, the way how it felt and the way how people looked at you was just like it's like Disneyland. It's literally like you're in an amusement park. They just want money, 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 and the chicks seem like they're all up to something that they're too used to gringos being there. So it kills the entire Colombia experience. Versus when you come here, they're not like, oh my god, it's a gringo when you get here, but it still has the magic to it of being from another place, from being a foreigner. And that's what I like. I'm the guy that I've been a lot of places now. I have no desire to be in places that are full of Americans because I would just go back to Texas if I wanted that. But here is good.
Ozzy's been around. Now Ozzy just listed one that I don't really talk about much. Choco. I ain't trying to put Choco on the map like that.
I've
You
heard
know,
about it.
it's a hey Ozzy, you know your stuff, bro.
He
Because Choco is definitely a hidden gem, and we'll just leave it at that. I mean, it's just I think God smiled out there harder than any other spot. But you definitely need to know your language to be able to really enjoy Choco. So I would definitely say that. But yeah, I mean, when I first went to Medellin, man, like you could get around without knowing Spanish to some degree. But now, nah, man, please. I don't think if you don't speak Spanish at all in Medellin, you'll have any issues. It's just Cartagena is like that too, but Cartagena energy is different, man. It's like a mini Brazil to me. It's just the variety. Like Medellin, you'll see a black person every now and then, black woman like a normal Morena out there. You might see one every blue moon. In certain pockets, yeah, you definitely will. But man, you go to Cartagena, it's like looking at the flavor of the rainbow and just seeing that many beautiful black women that actually have no major attitudes unless they're Americanized, obviously. And you're gonna find them out there too because they got the clubs like that, they got stuff like that. But culture wise, hey, uh, they're still black. So a lot of what we like is what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just hey, to each his own. What your speed is.
Yeah, we're gonna show y'all the view real quick of where we looking at. So, who would you say you like more? You like the Afro Latinas, or do you like the mestizas, or the just straight up white Colombians?
No. I won't say that. Once again, I think once I recognized Colombia had its own diverse versions of black women. No, everything is with caramel in it. It's probably the top of the list. Now I don't discriminate against anything, but what's going to naturally get my attention is that caramel skin to a little darker skin, just depending on the woman, how she wears it, or how it looks on her, whatever. But no, I got played out on just complete white with black hair from Medellin because
Yeah,
everybody looked alike.
everybody looks like in Medellin. There's not really much of a difference when you go there. Like you said, white skin, black hair. That shit's cool for a week. Not even a week for me. It was a couple days. I'm like, okay, like dudes are saying, oh, there's bad chicks, but it's like, bro, they're all like cousins. Like they're all related. They're all they all gonna be at the same Thanksgiving dinner together. Like that's what it looks like.
It's funny, is Bogota is similar to it, but Bogota has a deep black population underground too as well. It's not huge, but man, I would say probably one of the most enjoyable uh, woman that I got to know on a deep scale was actually in Bogota. And man, I went to her family house and met her family. I call them the Black Kardashians because nothing in that family missed, from the mom down to the every single daughter. All of them were models. The craziest thing I ever saw. And we were all hanging out at the house, and they all started dancing. And people were over. And I knew then I was like, "Ain't no way I can be a part of this family. It's too much." Like I mean, they were just constantly on cloud nine, baddies, just every time.
Rockstar Joe said no grown black man will say they prefer white women. I disagree. They got some grown black men that ride for white women.
And then people got to understand too. White out here is not like white in America.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You can't really just judge a woman because she's white from what you see on her skin color. Because I can show you girls that look white to you, and their mom is black and their dad is white, or vice versa. They're mixed, and maybe they came out. Or there's one other family I saw with this other young lady. Both her parents were black, but she just light. I don't know if they skipped a generation, what the case was, but her mom was definitely lighter though. So it's really hard to say that, just because they're white, you want to put them in there because You got some people that are white, they were born and raised in black neighborhoods, you would just never know it. They don't even think about it like that.
Oh, excuse my dry fingernails. Shit. Uh, we smoking these Colombian cigars today. That's pretty much all you can be able to find out here that's reasonably priced. Uh,
Afro Colombians versus Afro Brazilians.
Don Jose Correa. I still would have to go with Afro Brazilian.
I agree. Listen, Afro Brazilians, don't get it twisted.
Brazilians are just one of a kind, but the black chicks in Brazil is better because they're black, but they're different than any black you've ever. They're different than the Africans. They're different than any other Spanish country, Spanish-speaking country. They're different from the Black Americans. They are their own thing, and they're sweet and loving as fuck.
Yeah, you can't compare them to anybody else.
They almost can't do shit wrong, but have a kid already, and it's the reason why they have a kid.
And them eye colors, the mixtures of black out there is just it's different.
He said they really got Floyd's dad on the stream.
Yeah. That's Jay Prince, not Floyd's dad. Yo, I'm like, what was the infatuation of Floyd stuff?
I say at about the hour mark, we could just walk. I'm gonna drop this stuff off at home, and we'll just walk and do another walking stream for another hour or so. Because I think they prefer more the IRL walking around the city street. I can tell by how many people are watching. I mean, it's almost 300 people watching. We've only been on 20 minutes. It's a thin line between love and hate. Yeah, you're right. But y'all want to see what Cali looks like.
You still haven't went to the clubs yet. Any of the clubs?
I gotta go to the club today.
Brothers, if y'all ever, and when I say brothers, I just mean men in general. Y'all learn any level of dancing when you come out to um, Cali or Colombia in general, it will take you a long way, a very, very long way. Because most of the men out here will dance anyway.
I tell them I'm gonna start telling people I'm from Brazil. I can speak Portuguese. I got tattoos in Portuguese. I'm just gonna tell them I'm black. I'm gonna tell them I'm from Brazil. Sometimes I tell them I'm from Kenya too. Like if I feel like they're gonna scam me, I'm like, oh no, I'm from Kenya. They ain't gonna think I have as much money as if I said I was from Texas. Buenas.
¿Cómo está? Gracias.
Got that ass.
She definitely doing what she doing. You know?
They said, what's a good spot to stay in Cali?
Anywhere that where the Stratos is above 4. You want to look for Stratos 4 and above. I mean, can you get away and one across the street? Now that's it worth the camera for. It's passing by right there, so they can see what is Cali really like. Oh, you might have missed it.
Fuck. All right, well, we missed it.
Say anything above a Stratus 4 or better. 4 and 5 is pretty much where you want to stay. Can you find some stuff in 3 and probably be all right? You probably can. It depends on kind of what you are used to. Is Floyd's dad fluent in Spanish? I won't say I'm fluent. Why am I even responding to that? It's Floyd's dad. All right, I'll take the heat. I won't say I'm fluent. I'm probably like 60%. I usually don't need my translator for much when I'm talking, unless it's a conversation that I really are using words that I'm not used to probably exploring, let's say politics, something like that. But for the most part, no. I mean, I got these headphones, earphones called M3s or something. You can get them on Amazon. They will actually translate what you're hearing in real time from English to Spanish and other languages, Portuguese. I wish I had it when I went to Brazil. But I would tell you the times that I've tried to use them in the apartment with another young lady, they always tell me take it off because they're like, I can understand everything you're saying without it. Like, I prefer just you talk. And I'm like, perfect. So my Spanish is definitely.
So I'm starting to get hungry the more I smoke.
This guy with female will be scoped.
I was wondering who the hell he was talking about.
I don't know which one because I done been around enough females since 2016 out here, and that's one thing is once you kind of understand what not to do, it's really hard to run
Hola.
in the situation.
Uh,
Anything can still happen.
Daiquiri?
¿Cóctel?
Daiquiri, sí.
Ok. ¿Algo más?
Nah, big money. I'm not related to Floyd.
You want something? Let me see, like an appetizer or some shit.
Because I can't eat nothing heavy right now.
Yeah, like they got cheese sticks. ¿Tú hablas inglés? No? ¿Tú sabes cheese sticks? De queso,
La queso pan.
Queso.
La pan.
¿Queso?
queso con pan.
No
No?
manejo.
Uh,
Pues
Actually, I think they do have it.
ah,
Because there's one over there by my spot.
tengo este champiñón con queso azul y panecillos. Pan.
Sí, claro.
it's how you say appetizer?
I don't even know how to pronounce it, but that's it.
Antojitos. Okay, see,
¿Sí?
tomates and margarita. Sí,
Tomate
eso.
margarita.
Sí. Gracias.
Daiquiri y tomate margarita.
Sí,
¿Sería todo?
sí, gracias.
Amigo, ¿algo más? Hielo, por favor.
¿Hielo?
Sí, por favor. You guys know Floyd is watching this. It's going to be going.
I want to go live on Kick. I was supposed to do a live stream with Kick at the same time with this, but literally there's no start button. Like there's no button I can see that says go live. Like it lets me edit the category. It lets me do everything but show me where the button is to go live. I tried it on the computer. Let me see if it works on the phone. Man, I'm getting hungry as a motherfucker now that I've been smoking.
Monk, did you take home the racist chick? Nah, man. I wasn't even trying to shoot that shot, to be honest with you. She definitely is a beautiful girl and sweetheart. But, yeah, when somebody say, hey, they preference, that's a wrap to me. I don't really try like that. I like natural, organic. Most of the women I met, either I meet them at the mall, meet them walking by. You'd be surprised. Once you can really speak Spanish and hold a decent conversation, at least just conversational, basic. I have a Pimsleur, and it has 5 levels. I'm only on level 1.5, and I've been studying for like a year and a half. But once you can hold a basic conversation where they can understand, hey, maybe you're here for some time, you can speak a little bit of language, you'd be surprised. You can meet some very, very beautiful women and down to earth women. I met a nice, I think I let the cat out the bag a little bit last night on accident with drinking, but I met a nice woman that she's a model. And listen, she don't miss. So, but hey, you can meet a lot of different people, and there's no shortage of single women out here, and single women without kids too. That's another thing. I don't date women with children. So is Cali curves real? Very real. Andre said something that is so true, and me and Austin were talking about it last night. He said something that's very true, and I really didn't believe that it would be that true until I got here. Because I've been living here since November. But some of the baddest women I have seen, no doubt, have had children. And it's like they had them so young that their body actually matured once they got older in such a way that it just hits the curves. That is unbelievably real. It's crazy. And it's hard to tell ages on sometimes.
So young women have children before you're 25.
That's the secret.
Have them before you're 25, because usually I notice around 25 to 27, I notice people's body starts to kick in. Like if you look at pictures, I've been working out 4 or 5 days a week for like 5-6 years straight now. But when I hit 24, I noticed my muscles start to look a little more toned, like the shape of my shoulders would be more round. So I think in another year or two, it'll be like, with the consistency I have, it'll be even better. Same thing with women. You notice when women are like, you can tell when a woman is like 20 years old. You can tell when a woman's like 20 years old, but you can tell when she's 25 because their ass is sitting different. It is what it is. Somebody said that what you just said was the dumbest take they ever heard.
On what? about women's body.
About their body, yeah.
Yeah, teach us on. Unless you're in Cali, you probably don't know. He asked if we could put it in this, the ashes.
Oh,
So he went from we can't smoke cigars to now bringing us something to put the ashes in. What about marriage? Marriage, is it cool to marry before you carry? Is it cool to marry before you carry? You mean like is it a thing out here, cash flow? No. In reality, I'll be honest with you. You know, women out here for different reasons, man. It's like it's really hard to judge because I've talked to other women that had kids, quite a few of them, different women on this perspective, and I would say probably 70% of them probably got pregnant right with the first guy that they were ever with, just because they didn't think about it, didn't do anything smart, so to speak, or you know, hey, they were in love and they didn't stay with the dude. But it's not a big problem.
you looking like that in
Yeah,
Uruguay.
She a teacher, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen her stuff. But to respond to your question, no, I mean like it's not a taboo issue out here for like girls to have kids and not have a man because even if they were to with the dude, some dudes just run off, man. Like now that's something that it ain't, you know, you see all the time. So Cali women look better than Medellin. I would definitely agree with that. Depending on what your type is, you know, if you like Blanca, like light skin and white skin, you probably like Medellin more. I heard the single mother rate in Colombia was pretty high compared to in some other countries. Yeah, it's true. I don't consider myself a passport bro. Do you consider well?
I used to. I still got the tattoo.
That's what I was about to say. I was like,
I could have since I denounced my connection to the Passport Bros. I've gotten 1, 2, 3. I've gotten 3 tattoos, so I've had all the time in the world to cover it up. But I think about it, I'm like, I'll just leave it on there for a memory of what stage I was at in my life when I had that. Y'all know I don't have no regret and shit. That's why I don't mind cussing y'all out.
I like what's his name said it. Gracias, amigo. Um, what's his channel?
He said passport incel. Yeah, exactly. Reminder of the phases. I'm not gonna remove any tattoos.
See what else they want to know.
When them drinks start kicking in, them topics will start picking up. Hola.
Él les tiene.
Oh,
Necesito entrar allí. Sí. Fuck. I don't know if he's just going in and coming out.
no, this is their restaurant, so we probably ought to scoot over.
Oh, it is a restaurant. I didn't even see that.
How are you guys? We moving? We was in front of the restaurant.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it now. This smoke gonna go straight in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to ditch it.
Damn, look at that ass, boy. She older though. I would still fuck though. God damn.
That's my age. I have to be a little
I,
extra.
I don't discriminate them age limits.
Yeah.
You gotta go there and snitch.
I got a feeling. Yeah, I was going to say I got a feeling he's going to bring some issues, some drama.
Unless if we sat right there at the edge.
Yeah, that probably.
Damn, look at her though.
Yeah, you can turn your camera around pretty quick.
Only thing is, whenever they get that age, it don't be no fun when you do sleep with them. I mean, they know what to do, but it's not no grip. uh, Nice to see Austin reunited with his dad. Is there a lot of mosquitoes in Cali? More than I noticed in Medellin.
Sure.
Like if the thing, but again, you guys will appreciate mosquitoes in South America, in Europe, in Asia. I'm gonna tell you why. When you go to Africa and you experience mosquitoes that seem to be mechanically designed only to fly in your fucking ear and in your eyes. When you go to Africa, the mosquitoes fly in your face right here, or they'll fly in your ear. So you not only are you getting bit, you just zzz, 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 you like, yo, what the fuck? I can't even enjoy anything.
Wearing spray, does it even help at all?
Wearing spray helps, but I mean, shit, you gotta spray in your face because they fly in your face. That's the only place in the world I've been to like that.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That cat drawing is nice. Fucking
I
spiders.
was wondering why the background was so short.
I don't fuck with spiders at all. Moving too quick. I'm trying not to push my cigar on him, but he said you from the south complaining about bugs. Say that when you get yellow fever. Three cool cats. Floyd's dad is a good addition to the channel. Yeah, he's gonna be the newest character on the show. When I come back to Cali, we'll have him on as a character on the show. They mad they got to sweep up the
Hey
ashes.
man, yeah.
All right, you guys, the show's getting started. See, watch how she stare. ¿Tú hablas inglés? No. Mm-hmm.
Those
Good.
that you asked first. Yeah, no, I'm looking. I'm just like acting like.
Oh, no. Gracias.
Yeah.
Hola. Tengo vivo. You can talk about hola como cámara, sí.
Él es vivo en la YouTube.
Look at you looking at you. No, aquí tú hablas hola.
¿Que aparezca y diga hola?
Sí, aquí.
La persona es aquí es curioso de tuyo.
Hello. All right. She shocked I picked her.
Bonita.
He said, you drinking on an empty stomach. That's the way to do it.
Both corny.
Got to get my money's worth. I needed to go straight into my blood.
What's funny is like when people, it's funny, now corny is supposed to be in. You seen that little video that went viral about I want corny men or whatever now from women, so to speak, in the States?
Basically, beta males is what they're saying.
But the difference is, that's the one thing you don't hear women talk about out here. You think if you think I'm corny, the average guy with most of the women out here are so just normal, down to earth men that, hey, you got to understand. Here's something that people don't understand or even think about when it comes to Colombia. It took me a while to really take this into my head too. You have to understand, and I don't like using this often because most people don't really enjoy the history of Pablo Escobar. But you got to understand, this man would be anywhere in Cartagena, in Medellin, on a norm, dressed like normal people, going normal places. So out here, people don't really flaunt money and try to do style over the top. Everybody kind of dresses a certain way, depending on the age groups and what they like. But outside of that, men don't have to try to overly impress women. They just need to treat them the way women actually like to be treated. If you're a normal guy that can actually talk and just chill out, relax, most women will automatically put you above anything you can imagine in the States. And you really never know until you just actually talk to different people. So,
Yeah.
this is Austin in 20 years.
Well, no. What he said when I first met him, there's a difference between him and I. I got started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And he got started not too long ago compared to where I started at. So in 20 years, I'd probably have been to all 193 countries or whatever it is. And I would already have 3-4 different home bases around the world. and I'd be like, okay, I'm ready. I have kids in the next 5 or 6 years, most likely. So no, wherever he'll be at in 10 years is where I'll be at in the next 5 years because we had a different starting point. What's the plan once you hit 100,000 subs? Are you going anywhere special? Yeah, if y'all hit the Cash App, we'll go back to New York and we'll do a live stream there, and we'll just be miserable for the 100K celebration because we're gonna have a difference in femininity and a higher cost of living and a chance of somebody shooting up the subway. So that's what we'll do for the 100K celebration. Uh, but remember, if you guys donate to the Cash App, if you guys donate to the Cash App,
Gracias.
Cuidado, cuídate
Ay,
con
Dios
más.
mío, es caliente.
Cuidado con el
Sí,
plan.
eso.
Ujú.
if you guys donate to the Cash App, $20 or more, you get a free product. So like this morning, somebody hit me like, "Hey, I heard you said that if I donated XYZ."
La pancitos con eso.
Y viene con pan.
No?
Y'all
Did
say
you say it came with the pancitos?
I think so.
Yeah,
They-
'cause you ain't gonna normally eat this by itself.
But if you guys donate $20 or more to the Cash App, I'm gonna send you guys a free travel guide. If you donate 150, you get a free consultation. It's all about what you want to donate. Because I've been thinking people have been donating a lot, but I could have been sending them something, but I wasn't. Somebody hit me up this morning. God damn, that thing is hot.
Ain't it hot?
Somebody
Damn near burned my finger off.
said it like I donated 20 to the Cash App last night. They showed me, can I get a Medellin travel guide? So I sent them a travel guide. Yeah, I had to wait.
Only the rich don't show money when somebody's flashing money. True. Listen, if you ever do the research on Pablo, I don't like talking about it in public too much because everybody's experience on Pablo, there are people here that vividly remember things that happened with him here. So it's really not as glamorized as it is in Medellin. But you have to know when Pablo was at his richest point, he was worth 5 times more than the richest man in America at that point. So there's a reason why they didn't want Pablo to become the president of Colombia. But let that sit in. At his highest height, he was worth 5 times more than the richest man in America. So, and this dude still walked around. The only way you would know it is if you really knew Pablo. Like people would tell me stories here. They were like, Pablo could literally walk in somewhere with his crew, and that's the only way you know it. But there's many times that he was by himself, and yeah, you knew who he was, but he'd be chilled in normal everyday clothes. Like you ain't gonna see people flossing down here unless they're going out somewhere or going to something specific. Everybody's normally kind of chill. And to answer somebody else's question, how long have I been traveling? I started traveling in 2016, but I actually moved out of the States in 2022. Not too far distance from when Austin was leaving. I remember when his first post actually went viral. So, and we're both from the same city. So we have a lot more in common. That's why I'm laughing when they were like, could be Austin's dad. I'm like, yeah, we have a lot more in common.
Damn, look over there in the orange. She ain't got a body like that. She got a pretty face. But you guys, and I left out a detail. Just because you send $20 doesn't mean you get any travel guide. You get whatever travel guide is worth $20. So you got to email me. You got to show me the Cash App donation you sent, and then tell me which travel guide you want for that value.
I have pictures of Cleopatra Club on my channel in Panama. You guys will love it. Yo, I'm actually going to Panama next month. I go to Cartagena on the 22nd, and then I'm going to go to Panama next month. I've been meaning to check Panama. It's so close by.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, it really is crazy to see how much money he really had back then. You want to hear a funny story? Actually, I got my other phone. I think it's in my other phone. I'm going to show y'all something that you won't see anywhere else that I don't even think you probably... I showed it. Yeah. That's too hot. Wow.
It's way too hot.
Yeah. I'm going to let y'all see the date when I took it. But here's the backstory. I was going through one of the tours in Medellin, the Comuna 13 tour. I'm going to show y'all something that I saw, and I'm going to show you the date it happened. And I was told they just took that picture less than 2 or 3 weeks before I went into that shop. But I'm going to show y'all first. It's gonna blow your mind.
What's going on, DeSantos?
That's got to be the hottest plate in my tongue.
I've never had a plate that hot.
That is unreasonably hot. It's left a scarring memory in my head.
Well, the drink is kicking in on your boy. Cigar almost over with, so when the cigar is over with, we'll go drop this shit off, and then we'll do a little bit of a live stream on the phone. Okay, I can see why now they wouldn't want us to smoke here. Looking at how crowded it is now.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna say something in a minute. Anyway, I think he was just trying to chill out and get set up. But I'm shocked he didn't say it then.
He said he about to head to Alaska for work. Now that's tough.
All right, you ready for this?
Oh shit!
Let me show y'all something. So this happened actually. Look at the date on this. This is in 2018. I talk about password bros and stuff. Let me see if I can get that in there.
Bill Clinton.
Can y'all see who that is? Former President Bill Clinton was in Medellin and was down there a couple of weeks before. And if anybody has ever traveled to Medellin and knows Community 13, he was out there. And I was told he was there for probably about a couple of days. But you never heard it on the news, did you? You never knew that Bill Clinton was out here, did he? And there was no wife around. So, I mean, listen, teach his own. But you had Bill Clinton out here in the country, chilling out.
They can do a full 360.
Bill Clinton was also on the Epstein list. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked as to him being out here and nobody knew about it or why. But it definitely wasn't on nobody's news. And usually when even former presidents will move around or do something, it's public. You know, and he still applies, he still has protection, and all that good jazz for life. So you'll never know when he's flying because his tail number is hidden. So, hey, he can go do what he wants. Out there chilling. You're right, John. Chilling. So what has been your favorite so far? Probably takeaway here in Cali.
My favorite takeaway, what do you mean?
Like what do you enjoy the most? It's probably different than what you experienced in Medellin. Because you've only been to Medellin, right?
In Cali, in Colombia, yeah. Hola. I've only been to Medellin. One thing I like about being here the most, I saw that. One thing I like about here being the most, like I always say, see. It's the expert. I actually wouldn't give Cali, now that I've been here a few more days, I wouldn't give it expert level travel. I give it mid to expert, like mid-grade. This is like, I say Nairobi is more beginner, but I actually would say it's mid because number one, it's so far. It's a huge change in time zones. There's plenty of people that will get your ass in Nairobi. I'm not talking about getting robbed. I'm talking about like women not having the best intentions with you. For the most part, it's not going to happen, but it's a good amount of them that will. I've had dudes in Nairobi tell me they had a girl at their crib and she wouldn't leave and she started breaking shit, was like, give me money. The same stuff you seen happen in Cartagena. But when the dudes invited me, like, oh, let's go to this club and there's some chicks here. And I got there and I was like, you like hanging out here? These busted up ass, low budget ass, probably everybody here got an STD. That's why they did you for the money like that.
For sure.
The chicks I never got close to. Now I got extorted in Tanzania, but by some women. But when I sent the money, I was able to cancel it. So when they walked out and they drove down the street, I could click cancel, and they couldn't get back in the apartment because I had a gate. She told me she needed $300 for gas. I was like, listen, you can call the police. I ain't gonna never send you no $300. Damn, look at that white girl, nice, tall, and thick, and walking a dog.
And that's definitely something that Cali had different than Medellin. Is most of the women gonna be thicker and more voluptuous naturally. I wonder if it's the heel. I saw you did that Tres Cruces, right? That tour where you're going up the Tres Cruces or Three Crosses.
Yeah. He said Austin be going too damn hard, too direct. Listen, me being too direct is what got me at almost 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so we put that out
Oh, we can put it out? Oh,
because they came over, I guess.
okay.
You should go hiking or something, experience outdoors. That's what Tres Cruces is. It's
That's-
like a big major mountain. It's like it's a brutal climb, and that thing wore me out. I was tired from the exercise, but it's strong.
International Travel sent a $2 super chat. He said, what's good? What's going on?
OG wearing the same black shirt from last night live, getting full of that. I got 3 black shirts and 3 white shirts and 3 blue shirts. I love my t-shirts. I love relaxing. It's all good. And then I got other shirts and other outfits, but if I'm gonna take somebody, take them out for a date. But for the norm, nah, you always gonna catch me in t-shirt. I was this way in the States. A t-shirt, clean jeans, that's about it. Keep it chill. No, I don't like red. Yeah, whoever understands money, they'll understand why people would like to keep the same stuff off.
Yeah, I bought my clothes in Africa. I bought some nice tailored stuff the first time, and I spent a lot of money. But I have not bought clothes. Like, I have not bought T-shirts for myself in like 9 months. Yeah, I've not bought. And yeah, I spent a good amount of money on those clothes when I bought them from Nelvin Schumer. But I don't like to. I bought stuff that's versatile, so I don't have to think about, does this look good? Does that look good? I know they all go with each other, and I don't like to spend too much time shopping all the time. I don't like burning my pockets shopping all the time either, because that shit. If you like nice clothes like I do, it's gonna burn your pockets. I wear this black T-shirt like 10 times a month. I have a white shirt I wear 10. Like, everything I wear, people have seen. I just buy enough where it seems like I'm not always wearing the same stuff because I have so many different shirts. But like you said, if you buy good quality, you can keep doing that. If you buy good quality black T-shirt, if you don't buy one that's gonna shrink up after you wash it one time, then you can do that. You can continue to wear the same stuff. I wear the same. I wear 3 pair of shoes, like them grandpa shoes y'all like to roast me about. I wear those almost every day though, because they're comfortable. I only wear my dress boots and my lace ups whenever I'm actually going out. And even then, I put my Dr. Scholl's in there because, I want to look good, but goddamn.
Have you been there yet? That's a very good spot.
I love Park de Perros in Cali and any of the nice malls. I haven't been there yet.
Hey, Professor knows his stuff.
Yeah, Bro Fester used to be out here.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. Like the Park of Perros, I mean, it's called a dog, the Park of Dogs, right? But that spot is like Medellin on steroids with all the restaurants. All of them just in a circle. It's amazing. It's a great date spot too.
And like Bro Fester said here, because we had an issue with this whenever we were talking about getting not Bro Fester now, but I was telling people when I go to Nicaragua, since I smoke cigars, I'm going to go get my own line of cigars white labeled out there. And they're like, oh, You have to have your own tobacco farm. Listen, all these T-shirts y'all wear are coming from a handful of manufacturers. Everything in this world that we have is coming from a handful of, unless you're talking about Lamborghini, where yes, they do make their own stuff, I think. If these damn balloons, it's not a balloon factory for every, it's not every brand does not have their own factory. They have 10 factories and they have 1,000 clients. And that's how they make it. Ralph Lauren, they probably, because you notice you can get the same quality that feels like Lacoste or Ralph Lauren, but it's a different brand. It's a third of the price in Colombia. That's because you notice everything is, oh, made in Vietnam. That means that other people are going to those same factories in Vietnam and making the same stuff. Same with cigars. As long as they come from the country you intend, which is Nicaragua, Honduras, Mozambique, Cuba, it doesn't matter if you got your own. Now, if you got your own farm, go ahead. That's good for you. But why would I go through all that trouble of building my? Now, if I was a billionaire, who gives a fuck? But why would I go through all that trouble of building my own shit when this guy can give me the same tobacco that I like anyway, and just put my label on it, and I might have him like make a look the different flavors where they okay, well, what's the word? Ferment. I want you to ferment mine with vanilla beans or coffee beans. Some of those Maduros even have pepper in them. I've tasted. They're extremely hard to smoke, but I love them.
You ever smoke a Java?
No,
It's called Java. It's like mixed with coffee and French. You can get all these different tastes. It's a great cigar, and ladies love it. If you ever go, like one woman wants, you want to take them somewhere,
yeah.
Java cigars. But I don't know why they love it so much because it's sweet. It has a different taste to it.
You save money when you know the truth about brand. Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
So in Colombia, if you guys remember when I first moved to Brazil, I had like this polo shirt that was they had like this bird on it that you can buy in a Santa Fe Mall in Medellin. I bought like 5 of those shirts, and they literally fit just like Lacoste. And I always get comment, "Where you get that shirt? Where you get that shirt?" I paid $25, but the same one with Lacoste would have been $90. I can guarantee you they're made at the same factory, just a different label. That it is what it is.
I ain't trying to interrupt you. I'm just looking at them.
That's why you can find shirts that cost $10. That like, hey, why would I buy the Lacoste one? This fits just as good. It might not be the same. Again, it goes back to rich people don't actually just flaunt their money. They figure out what's most cost efficient. Because I want to invest more money in my YouTube career more than just buying a bunch of clothes and going broke trying to wear Lacoste. And just like when we talk about leasing cars versus buying, it makes, in my opinion, I've never leased a car, but when you look at the paperwork and you think about it, and you actually think about it, it makes way more sense to lease a car than it does to buy it.
Especially when you add in the finance charges over time.
Yeah, because you buy the car and day by day, it gets cheaper and cheaper in value. It breaks, oh, it needs a new tire. That's on you. You lease it, they gonna fix it because it's not your car. You're basically renting the car, and then every year you could hop in a new car.
I just said show some snuff films last night.
Uh, isn't that the OG that tried to show us snuff films on Patreon last night? Oh yeah, where them Patreon videos at, man?
No, we don't do snuff videos there, Brandon.
Like, look at Michael Jordan makes his shoes in China. The knockoff Jordans make the shoes in China as well. I bet you they might not be the same brand, but a lot of those factories will make shoes for others using the same materials. It's all about the materials. You find the right factory with the right materials, you're good to go. I'm a barber, right? Well, I used to be a barber. The wall clippers, they have one called W Mark. W Mark is made as a knockoff of wall, but I bought both clippers and they cut the exact same way. They sound the exact same way when on. If you open them, they look exactly the same, just a different logo on the front. No difference. One will cost you 50, one will cost you 15.
You bring your clippers and everything with you, right? I keep the basics in case I can't get them. Yeah, all manufacturing is worldwide. America, that's why America people, the whole well, I'm not trying to get politics, but that's why the whole Sloan Make America Great Again was such a big thing, because we've outsourced so much outside of America that we don't really produce like that anymore. Not on a grand scale of most stuff outside of cars and other simple stuff.
Like the Omega watch I got, right? You guys know that the watch looks nice. I get compliments on it. It's a fake Omega. You know, I don't like buying fake stuff. I like buying the this is our version rather than you putting the real logo and it's not the real thing. Our version of Omega in this country. But when you look at the watch, it's like, what's the fucking difference? I pay $100 for this one, or I can pay $6,000 for that one. It all comes down to who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to impress your pockets, or are you trying to impress everybody else? You know, and everybody else ain't gonna pay your bills when you go broke because you spent $6,000 on a watch and you only making $6,000 a month.
As you're saying that, watch around, look around, and see how few men even wear watches out here.
And if they do, they got on a fucking G-Shock, $100 watch. Nothing wrong with that. Because, like, for example, if I was leasing my car, if I had good enough credit to lease my car when I got my first car, like, I'm still paying for my car that I'm financing in the States. I still have another 2 years, I think. Another 2 years to pay on that car. I cannot sell it for what I bought it for. It's going to have a lot more wear and tear. But had I been leasing it, I'm like, oh, I want to move out the country. Okay, I got 6 months left on the lease. Done. No, I still got 4 more years. If I'm talking myself in 2022, no, I still got 4 more years. You know, now I only got 2 though. So I wear fake jewelry too. You got fake diamonds. I mean, yeah. Now jewelry is different because at least you can hold that stuff and sell it later at a higher value. Like gold will increase over time. You can melt gold down, have it for 10 years, and you can sell it for more than what you bought it for because the value goes up because of the scarcity. But when it comes to buying T-shirts, shoes, $500 Gucci belts, you can't sell that belt for what you bought it for. I'm not gonna buy a fucking Gucci belt you had for 3 years for the same price you bought it for. And then you got to keep up because they always come out with a new one, and that drops the value even more.
Well, that's the main thing that I would say, pressure-wise, from being outside the states. You don't have that got to keep up with the Joneses' attitude and energy when you're traveling.
He said 100,000 apparel factories equals handful. Gotcha. So since you want to be smart, right? Check this out. I have my own It's That Bad t-shirts. How many other influencers have their own t-shirts? Thousands. That's excluding the restaurants that got their own t-shirts. That's excluding the people that have a funeral and want to make their own t-shirts. That's excluding Lacoste, Ralph Lauren. That's excluding Tommy Hill. Like, there's a lot of companies out there. 100,000. When you think about 100,000 factories, it's not a lot compared to the amount of people that sell t-shirts.
On a grand scale,
there's millions of people that have, and you got to think about with the internet now. You can, you want to sell t-shirts, it'll be ready in 30 minutes. You can start your own business selling t-shirts, 30 minutes. You know how people do that? There's OnlyFans models with t-shirts. What's that porn star Malia Kia? What's her name? Arabic chick.
I know you're talking about
Malia Kifa Malia, whatever her name is, with the glasses. I seen a dude in Buenos Aires with her face on the shirt. Mia Khalifa, that's her name. Mia Khalifa, yeah. That's a good thing I didn't know her name. That means y'all jacking off too much. He said, I'm acting like I don't know. He said the jack off is real. Yeah, they jacking off. She's famous, not some random porn star. I don't go to bed thinking about her at night. I know you do, because that was the last thing you saw. Always do you, bro. Love your channel. The Will, the Thrill. Thank you for the super chat. We will keep doing that. He said, "You see how much Pampers is? I'm glad I jack off." Well, let's talk about your mental health from jacking off. Let's talk about that. And the thing, yeah, Mia Khalifa's not a beautiful chick. It's just because you've seen her butt naked is what makes her seem so attractive. I bet you if you just seen her walking down the street, you would smash. But she's not like oh my god. It's just because you didn't seen her with no clothes on, and that's pretty much the only version of her you've seen is with no clothes on. So yeah, she's gonna be more attractive like that.
I feel like it's really hard to look at women like that as attractive when you're out visiting other countries where you see natural raw beauty.
Yeah,
It can't even be captured half the time.
that aren't getting ran through by 7 dudes on video. Well, I think it's time we start walking. We have the hour mark. That went by pretty fast. We got a $20 sale on the website. Oh, the girl I went to the. Did you see that live stream where I was in the car with that girl?
Saw it, yeah.
I think she mad because I didn't talk to her. She said, "You have a good flight back. You have a good flight to Nicaragua." We can kick it, but no, I need to talk to some new chicks today.
But that's facts, man. Out here, don't text a girl back in a day. They start thinking immediately like you're not interested no more.
Yeah, in the States, the whole when should I text her? Wait a couple days. Don't do that. When you move abroad, if you wait, thank you, Alvinus Johnson, for buying the travel guide. I just saw it that you bought it on my thing. But yeah, I noticed that in Brazil, like the whole get her number, then text her in 3 days. I meet her on Friday to hit her. Wait till Sunday to hit her up. Yeah, she will disappear. You meet her Friday, you need to be texting her Friday. It does not work the same way.
One thing out here you'll see, I'm sure you experience, less of the flakiness out here than in Medellin. Like if a girl gives you her number out here, she genuinely has some level of interest. After that, it's up to you. But you're not having girls flaking on you, and you got to do 5 girls to get one real one. Out here, you get 5 real numbers. You literally can go on 5 other dates with all of them.
It's like that in Brazil too. It's like that in Brazil. It's like that in Bolivia, even though they don't have the most attractive women. It's like that in Bolivia. It's like that in Nairobi. It's like that in Tanzania. It's only a handful of places, and you notice the places where you have to set up multiple dates to get one. Majority of the time, it's going to be Americanized, like Medellin. Now, in Argentina, they just gonna flake. They not Americanized. Them motherfuckers just flake out there. That's just what they do.
La cuenta, por favor. Yeah, she definitely different. Every
Now?
time I say so, she just like she be glazed out.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. You think Elsa is the first gringo she met? I gotta change my approach in America. I get a girl number and text her a couple of days, and yeah, I'm not. One thing that is just true. Dating is truly dead, man.
In America? Yeah, no.
Like you can see it even on the news when they play on the news. They keep talking about how hard it is for even Bumble stock. Look how bad Bumble stock dropped.
I seen it.
70+% simply because of dating is just done.
He said Austin hanging out with some niggas that got bad knees.
It's got bad what?
Bad knees.
Yeah.
Says Mia Khalifa is throwing a hot dog down the hallway. Thank you, Brandon Thomas, for the $5 super chat. Yeah, she might be doing that. We about to get ready to go to a different spot. We're gonna walk down the street and show y'all what it's looking like.
You want one of these? Things actually pretty good.
Yeah, they are. Thank you. Bumble is better anywhere else in the world but the States. It's better in Brazil. It works for me in Chile. Well, it didn't work for me. It works for me now, but it works in Colombia.
See, una copia, por favor.
I went on a date here, my second day off of Bumble. I was on dating apps in the States. Shit never worked.
Gracias.
In 2 years, I had 2 or 3 dates off dating apps.
I don't know why everybody try to act like apps are no good out of the state. Once you know how to move, anything that you try to do in the States is a pro for you. If you try to be the air quote corny nice guy, take them out to dinner, that wins you everything out in the world.
Yeah, chicks appreciate going out on dates.
You don't have to take them nowhere special. You know how many girls I've taken? Well, let me phrase it. Cheers was my little start spot until I recognized I don't really like this food like anymore. Yeah, there's one right by my spot. Right across the street there. There's an Italian spot right behind it, 10 times better. But for whatever reason, women love it. So Bumble, yeah, Bumble is real out here. You probably meet more quality women on Bumble than you do Tinder out here.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want me to switch to the phone and we walk down the street.
Yeah, but Colombian chicks are still flaky. All women are flaky. Most of them. Sometimes they'll like you, they'll lose their little interest.
A blue check in the States don't matter anymore because you could just buy the blue check on Instagram. They ruined it with that. That blue check lost all of its value.
Some guy was whacking to Austin on a live panel the other day. People be saying some random stuff, bro.
You know they just made that shit up. Well, I hope they did.
I got a marriage. Yeah, the last thing I would do is get married in the States. Again, let me rephrase that.
Man, I've been tired all day today.
Shit, we did a lot last night. I didn't even get through. I think I got back at 2:30.
Yeah, let me go live. Let me. Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone. Go drop this stuff off in there. Where you want to go to?
I'm good, man. It don't matter to me. Just walk around. I haven't actually been on this side.
Cause it's too much shit for me to walk around with.
Oh.
Hey, I stay down the street. I stay like 5 minutes from here.
Cool. Now look at this. Your camera got to catch this.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Just naturally walking in. Elegant, classy too. This camera ain't even doing it justice. Oh my God. Look at that body. She is beautiful.
Man, she got an ass on it too.
She definitely does. Let's see if we could first block it. Look at that glide too. She just glided. I might have to go say hello. Man, she over my
God
I
damn.
mean, it's perfection. That's perfection. I mean, her glide. I bet she probably model. You just keep getting better.
Yeah, man.
They just keep getting better.
Yeah, we gotta walk
I
around.
just mean that is.
Man, that shit look. Yeah, yeah, we gotta walk around.
Listen, I tell you that right there, that is perfection. I would love to shoot. Just go see for sure. Be interesting. I can't really tell if she related to the girl she with. Almost for a second, I thought it was her daughter. Yeah, she'll chase that.
She is a chase down. That's something I would have I told her from right here. Hey, hold on.
This camera ain't even doing her near the justice. Yeah, you'll have to rewind that and go check her out because she's beautiful. That's the difference. They got some definite different classy style women out here
More mature.
for sure. Well, that's one thing to me. It's like when people talk about age gapping out here, it's different. Like even when you talk about like Andre and his beautiful wife, right? It's different because women grow up very fast out here because they're no fantasy land. They don't live in fantasy land. So as a young kid, they learn, responsibility. They learn life is real. Ain't no system to bail them out. So women just grow up a lot more fast. So dealing with an 18-year-old, that might be something different on their level of maturity. But once you get past 20, you find out most of these people out here that probably have like a 10-year age difference compared to a Western woman. If you talk to a woman that's 25 out here, that'd be like dating the equivalent of a 35-year-old to me in the States.
I always say that they're 10 years older in the mind out here.
They just are.
We got a super chat. Dating is dead. I feel like us guys just want to smash and dash. Facts. We've always been like that.
What said sound like commentary for dating. That's funny.
Actually, I don't like this. We're gonna go live on YouTube. I'm gonna shut down the stream. We're gonna go live with